Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new Speck FabShell for the iPhone 4 and 4S. Now this case comes in a wide variety of patterns, and it's available directly from the Speck website for $34.95. If you're familiar with Speck right away, you're probably noticing that they've changed their packaging. All their cases come in this new updated packaging, which I must say is similar to the old in that it's easy to access. It's a little bit sleeker, a little bit thinner, and of course it's different color. It's now blue and white. So let's pop this open and I will show you the case. You get nothing with this case other than an instruction sheet which details how you should remove the case. If you've ever used the candy shell, the process is quite similar. So this case I liken to a combination of the old Speck fitted case with the Speck candy shell. So right away, if you're familiar with the candy shell, you'll notice that it does kind of similar or look similar to the candy shell, yet it's got a fabric overlay instead of the high gloss material that the candy shell has. Still gives you a nice amount of lay on the table, and it has this kind of soft touch material in the inside. So let's pop my phone in first so you can see what this case is all about. Now with this, you do have to go button side first, at least that's the way I've been doing it, putting the volume buttons and the sleep awake button in, and then clicking it in at the bottom. Now I do have a screen shield on the front of my phone and on the back. I don't have anything on the sides. It's pretty tight on the sides. I'm not sure how well this case will work with something on the sides, but no issues with skins on the front or back. So as I mentioned already, this case gives you a nice amount of lay on the table design. The lip comes up onto the glass. However, it doesn't interfere with the screen shield, so there's no problem at all with that. On the bottom, there are individual cutouts for the 30-pin connector, the speaker, and the mic. The one issue I have with this case is it does have a saggy bottom. As you can see, this is very loose right here, very flimsy, and I'm afraid this is going to be a point of failure at some point. Whether it's just going to keep continuing to get looser or actually snap at some point, I'm not sure, but it's probably my only knock on the case is this kind of flimsy bottom it has right here. On the side, there are nice big buttons for the volume buttons, and then a single large cutout which allows this to work with all the different positions of the vibrate switch. So you can use it with the AT&T iPhone 4, the Verizon iPhone 4, the 4S, the Sprint iPhone, all that stuff. Everything will work with this case. On the top, there is a single cutout as well for the headset jack and secondary mic. It's nice and wide. And then the sleep awake button has a similar nub like the volume buttons. It doesn't give you the greatest amount of feedback. It's a little bit tough to press it. I wish there was a little bit more feedback when you press this sleep awake. On the back, a large cutout now. All the Speck cases have this large cutout for the camera and the flash so that there's no issues with any sort of flashback with this case. And then of course this one has the kind of pixel pattern all around, again this fabric all around the case. They do have the Speck logo right here in the upper right hand portion of the case on the side. It's pretty subtle though, it blends in nicely. I did have some issues docking this case with a couple of the accessories I tried. The 30-pin connector is pretty deep. You can see it from that angle there. While it would go on the dock, it just wouldn't reach the prongs of the 30-pin connector and therefore wouldn't do any kind of charging or syncing at all when I had this in a dock. So just something to be warned. I've been popping this out of the case at night when I go to put this into my iHome clock radio to charge. So that may be of concern if you don't want to be doing that every night. But all in all, this has become one of my favorite cases. I was always a fan of the fitted. I was always a fan of the candy shell. And again, this kind of blends both of those styles into one really nice form-fitting case that gives you a nice amount of feel and grip to it and kind of a unique looking pattern. And again, a wide variety of patterns at that to choose from. So that is it for the Speck FabShell, available from $34.95. directly from the Speck website, again, in a variety of patterns and designs. If you have any questions about this case, you can always drop me a line. Otherwise, you have a great day. Please be sure to check out my 2 latest videos. Please like this video, leave a comment below, and of course, subscribe for more content.